आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सॉल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone. Let us start the question. It says the sum of n terms of the series 1 upon root 1 plus root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 plus root 5 plus 1 upon root 5 plus root 7 till n number of terms will be dash. We have 4 options, so let us find the answer. So we can see here that in our denominator we have odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers pair is there. So now if I'm writing all these odd number pair in the numerator form without the root, what will be there? 1 comma 3 will be our first term, let's suppose. Next term will be 3 comma 5. Next term will be 5 comma 7 and so on till nth term. So our first aim will be finding out this nth term for the given series. So as we know that we are given with the odd number series only, we have consecutive odd numbers pair in our terms. So this is our first term, this will be the second term, similarly the nth term. So for finding the nth term, let us see, in order to find n odd numbers, we have to consider a set of 2n natural numbers. Why? Because in 2n natural number set, we will be having n even numbers and n odd numbers. This we know it very well, because in a set of natural numbers starting from 1 to 10, we have 5 odd numbers and 5 even numbers. Similarly, we require n terms and odd terms, so we should take 2n natural numbers so that we have n even numbers and n odd numbers. Okay, so we know that in numbers set of 2n, we'll be getting the last odd number as 2n minus 1, because 2n will be acting as a even number. So a number just before 2n will be acting as the nth odd number, because 2n will act as nth even number. So what do we require here? We can see here that the odd number pairs are consecutive odd numbers. So our nth odd number will be 2n minus 1. So we have to write one more odd number consecutive to this. So that will be 2n plus 1, because difference between two odd numbers is always 2. Difference between odd numbers is always 2. So 2n minus 1 plus 2 will give us what? 2n plus 1. So this becomes the nth term of our given series. Now let us write this series in this format. So our first term will be 1 upon root 1 plus root 3. Next term will be 1 upon root 3 plus root 5. Next will be 1 upon root 5 plus root 7, and so on till the nth term, that will be 1 upon root 2n minus 1 plus root 2n plus 1. So here we have the n number of terms in our given series. So we have to find the sum. So as we know very well that we do not accept any irrational number in the denominator, so we have to remove these irrational numbers from the denominator. We have to make them rational number. So in order to convert them into rational part, what do? We just rationalize them. So for rationalizing, we can see here, we can multiply with the changes in the sign. So here we can write it like this: 1 into root 3 minus 1 upon root 1 plus root 3 into what? Root 3 minus 1. So this will be first one. Next, what we'll do? 1 into root 5 minus root 3 upon root 5 plus root 3 into root 5 minus root 3. Now next will be what? 1 into root 7 minus root 5 upon root 7 plus root 5 into root 7 minus root 5, and so on till our last term, that will be 1 into root 2n plus 1 minus root 2n minus 1 upon root 2n plus 1 plus root 2n minus 1 into root 2n plus 1 minus root 2n minus 1. Clear? So what do we get after solving this? In the numerator we have root 3 minus 1 and in the denominator we have the identity a plus b into a minus b. So we get that root 3 square minus 1 square. Similarly in the next one what do we get? Root 5 minus root 3 upon root 5 square minus root 3 square, and in the next term what do we get? Root 7 minus root 5 upon root 7 square minus root 5 square, and the last term will be root 2n plus 1 minus root 2n minus 1 upon root 2n plus 1 whole square minus root 2n minus 1 whole square. So after solving, what do we get? Root 3 minus 1 upon 3 minus 1. Next one will be root 5 minus root 3 upon 5 minus 3. Next one will be root 7 minus root 5 upon 7 minus 5. Next one will be root 2n plus 1 minus root 2n minus 1, and in the denominator we get 2n plus 1 minus 2n minus 1. So now we can see here that each denominator will give us a value of 2. So we can take our LCM to be 2. Okay, so now root 3 will be cancelled out with this minus root 3. Root 5 and root minus 5 will be cancelled out. Similarly, we can see here that each negative term is getting cancelled out. So this negative term will be cancelled out with this previous term. So what we are left with is just this 2n plus 1 and this minus 1. So we can write the remaining part, that will be root 2n plus 1 minus 1. So this will be our final answer. We can simplify this also. We can take this 2 out and write like this, half bracket 2n plus 1 minus 1. So this will be our final answer. So that means option D will be our final answer. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट, IIT, JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।